Hey everybody, I want to talk about props today. Props. Do you do it? Do you use a lot of props? I've always been the type that, I don't know, I almost find like props are a bit of a clutch for photographers. You know, it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna get that 2015 prop and let them lean up against that. I don't know. That's just a thing with me. I never did really like props. But there's certain props, you know, that I do keep around the studio. I have a football and a basketball and a baseball and things like that. I don't really consider that props as much as it is as an accessory, because I would much rather, if I'm photographing, say, a high school senior boy and he plays football, that he has his football, you know, the one with his name written across the side of it. To me, that's the kind of props we need to focus on. We need to have props that are personal to the client. You know, so if someone wants to take a picture with their puppy, well, then we take a picture with their puppy, all right? If it is like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another situation. You know, there are certain props, like, to me, that are classic props that everybody needs to have that isn't necessarily, to me, a prop per se, you know, and that's like a posing table. Technically, I guess, you know, if you go buy one, you find them under props in places like Denny Manufacturing or one of these types of places. And a posing table, to me, is something I just use a lot. I'm constantly leaning people on it, putting their elbows on it, putting their face down on it like this. But you don't ever see the table. The table's never in the picture. I put a mirror on the table that bounces light back into the face. So things like that. So it's a prop that you don't see. Another prop that I use a lot is, especially I get these girls that come in their like homecoming outfit, homecoming dress, got the big hat. Well, it's kind of one of these things. I always sit them in like an antique-y looking chair. Now at the same time, I have some other chairs that are kind of more modern looking, which is like a black and white. I have one that's a black and white leopard kind of pattern, you know, and just other things like that. I have some little stools and things like that. So to me, again, those are props. And the second I say I don't like props, you're gonna look at some of my stuff and go, oh, there's Kirk shooting a picture with a white chair or an antique chair, and I thought he said he didn't like props. Well, again, it's not that I don't use props, it's that if I cannot do the photograph and use a prop of some sort, I will. Again, sometimes those types of images, I go back and forth with that, you know, like just say a gray background, someone standing there, a little bit of a shadow casting off of them, very fashion looking. I like that, but I like that for one shot. You shoot 6, 7 shots like that, it all begins to be redundant, and it starts becoming, I don't know, like too much of the same old thing. So that's the deal with props. I'm just wondering how you feel about props, whether or not it's something that you gotta have, or whether or not you, like me, you just try to have the customer bring in stuff that means that's particular to them, or something that is of interest or personal, and use that. That's it. Message for the day. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.